like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my back.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On first down, Brees. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on 2nd down. Brees caught here by Griffin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
95, 56. Sammy.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Brees now on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Working from the gun, it's Brees. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Saints take over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously caught. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Ebukam gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but and that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cut! 20!
47. Coming.
Check!
Chip.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
Check! Hey, kill! Switch!
Gurley again here on 1st down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike 47. Let him know. Hold on. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze now. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Breeze able to find a veteran Ginn, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Throwing now is Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottled him up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go one more.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Check. Watch the eye. Shoot. He's coming. Orange.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You. Check 26.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Brees to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Ready.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 47 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Now Breeze finding Kamara, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Breeze again. Open space inside the 10. It's caught. Smith. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Thomas the intended target. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Again, they run with Gurley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
What? By 20.
Hey, let's get them home.
Chester.
There's Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go, D.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check 24. Check 24.
Goff now looks to throw. Going up top for Kupp. It's caught inside the 25. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Alex Anzalone gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Value 1.
47's the mic. 40.
Any weapon.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check.
Value 3. Value 3.
To throw is gone. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Goff now to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a 1st as that leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his 1st, this one from 40 yards out. And Zuerlein pulled it. Zuerlein pulled it. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Breeze. This is caught by Ginn.
Breeze pass. Complete to Ted Ginn Jr.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
Bravo.
Breeze to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st down, Saints.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Let's go, G. Here we go.
Again, it's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Breeze now. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And Gurley on 1st down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's gone. He gets it to Cooks. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.